Hi, Gurudev.
Hi, hi everybody. Welcome.
I would like to show a PPT.
Yes, Didi, you should be able to share the screen. I've made you the
Ah,
co-host.
you.
So, hi everybody. Welcome to Fit and Calm's Yogic Living Sunday webinars. So, all the people who have joined us, welcome Anand, Ankita, Ankur. There are a couple of you with iPhones, so I don't know who you are. Kirtana, Nitish, Revati, Richa, Rohit, Sanjay, Suma, Surbhi, and a lot more. I'm not able to name all of you, but a very warm welcome to everyone here. So, today we have a very special session. This is something that we have wanted to do, since Dr. Surya and us, we started taking all these live webinars. So, today's session is going to be understanding on what is the root cause of disease. Why do people fall sick? Before that, can I request you all to please turn your videos on, because the speaker has taken time out of their schedules to give us such
Let's
valuable,
make it nice and interactive. Huh? Show your faces.
nice and interactive.
Yeah.
So our videos on.
We'll play some games and
Got pretty faces. So
yeah,
let's.
all nicely made up after the afternoon siesta and lunch. Hi, Vishakha. Nice to see you here. Hi, Ankur. Jai Gurudev.
So, like I was saying, today's session is going to be on understanding the root cause of disease, how not to fall sick, and if you are suffering from any disease, how we can even reverse it through simple things. And Dr. Surya, I think she needs no introduction, but for people who do not know her, she's a postgraduate in naturopathy. She was also the former head of the Department of Naturopathy at the Sri Sri Ayurveda Hospital. She also teaches as well in the Sri Sri University. Also, she's a Meru Chikitsa practitioner. She's does vermology, marma, and a lot of other things. I say this always. She's got magic healing hands. Whatever she does, it works. Like it's worked for me, and it's worked for a lot of other people. She's helped people recover successfully from chronic lifestyle diseases just through diet regimes and lifestyle. So, Dr. Surya, very warm welcome and thank you for making time for this. So, over to you. Let us know what is the root cause of disease.
Yeah, so thank you for that introduction. I think it was a lot that you have said. Okay, so now what we shall do is let's understand why all of you are here in the first place. You can put it in the chat box and I can also look at it. Why are we all here? What is so captivating about this topic that you want to come? You can unmute or you can put it in the chat that how not to fall sick, okay? What else? Better life, okay? Curious to know what is the actual cause that we tend to ignore. Ah, beautiful, Kajal. Disease seem inevitable. Okay. I'm an engineer. We love to find out root causes of failure. Beautiful, Ankur. And that the disease can easily be avoided by just our little effort. Very true. Ensure we never ever get any disease and pay huge insurance premium for our health. Ah, right. How to remain healthy, more about naturopathy, root cause of the disease, more about the human body, reasons for falling sick, prevention is better than cure. Wow, nice, nice. Okay, all right. So, huge fan of everything that is non-allopathic. Curious to know how our ancestors stayed healthy, right? Okay. All right, now that we understand that everybody wants to know why they are here, okay, so maybe we can just look into the next question. Can I share my screen?
Yes, you should be able to do that.
Yeah, I'm just going to do that. Can you see it? All right. Can you hear me also?
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right. Okay. So now the next question that's going to come up for all of us is, why do we fall sick? What do you think makes us fall sick? You can put that in the chat box and we can look into that.
We are getting answers: bad lifestyle, bad routine, environmental and external factors, ignorance, imbalance in the body, laziness, lack of sleep.
Good, good. Okay. All right.
Some imbalance in the body, for example.
Nice. Okay. So what exactly does disease mean when we fall sick? One moment, let me read. Yeah. Can you see the screen now? Yeah. So what exactly disease means to you? Unproductive days, isn't it? Physically, you're down. Mentally, you are down. Emotionally, you feel drained. Your social relationships, everything gets affected. Okay, lack of creativity, enthusiasm, your productivity, everything is at stake. Has all of us experienced this at one point or the other in our lifetime till now? Right? Okay, anybody here who's not experienced this? How to say? Okay, all right. But please understand, but when we came to this world, how were we? How were we? Did disease even come to us? No, no. Bouncing, full of enthusiasm, playing, creative. Until you're tired, you just don't go to sleep. You're just like full all over the place, enthusiastic and making friends with everybody and everything, isn't it? Yeah. So many times we see, in the news or whatever, you may have heard and you have seen somebody and what happens? Arey, saw them only last week and they were so fit and fine and now they are no more. What happened? What can have happened? How can he go away like that without telling anybody? Or she was doing so well. I only saw her dance performance yesterday night and I wished her good night and this morning she's no more. Okay. So suddenly what has happened? You hear either there is a massive heart attack or the person is suffering from some other major illness and has collapsed or had to be rushed to the emergency and something happened. Haven't we all heard this kind of stories? Yes, no? And let me tell you, disease never strikes suddenly. It doesn't sneak up. It does not. So if you say that, they were fine yesterday, they were doing very well, and today they are no more, let me tell you, it takes a long time for the disease to manifest in your body. It does not sneak up. It does not, it's not a surprise. It's not something that you caught unawares. Okay. So it takes years of abuse and neglect for the body to undergo before it reaches that stage where it has to give up and collapse. Okay. So at any of these stages that we are going to discuss today, it is possible to reverse, except when it has gone so far away That is the last stage where it becomes extremely difficult and it is a big uphill task to bring the body back up. The example I'd like to give you is probably an elastic. Now you have elastic in our undergarments, you wear it in your clothes, whatever. After some time, what happens to that elastic? What happens? You keep using the elastic every day in and out, whether it's your gym clothes or whatever it may be. After some time, what happens to the elastic? After years and years, it starts getting loose, isn't it? Will it come back? No, there is a point where it just gives up. So this is how the body is. It struggles day in and day out to keep you healthy, to keep you in a state of homeostasis, which means equilibrium, where everything is fine. It is struggling. It's a moment, every second, nanosecond, that it is struggling to keep in that balance. And if we do not support that, the body starts feeling the effect and it starts sending you signals. Okay, so once you start listening to these signals, what happens? It is possible to reverse the disease progress, ending all your aches and pains, your ill health, and all the signals and the warning changes. Everything is possible to be reversed. And these stages, no, they progress very slowly. And one can be at a particular stage of disease for many years before it progresses to the next one. And like I said, during any of these 6 stages, it is possible to reverse. But once you go further, so far away, then the body says, I'm sorry. I don't have anything or anyhow to come back. I give up. So let's understand what happens. Now, in any of these stages, when we interfere with the help of drugs or procedures which are not conducive for the body, and you're addressing the symptoms and not taking care of the root cause, it is going to add burden to your body. And the body cannot, it's going to struggle even more to come out of it. Okay. All right. So let's go to the first stage of disease. So these are the 7 stages that we're going to talk about. The first one is called innervation. Don't worry about it. We will go through each one of this. I'm just going to share what are the 7 steps. First one, like I said, is enervation, which is starvation of energy. It comes from the word energy. Second is toxemia, that is building up of toxins in your body. And as the toxins build up, what starts happening is irritation, inflammation, and if at this point also it is not taken care of, pain comes in, and then what happens? Ulceration, lesions, other things appear, and the body goes through the process of enduration. Till the 6th stage, it is possible to reverse. And once it moves into the stage of cancer, it is, don't know what can happen. Okay, it's a huge struggle to bring the body back up. Okay, so let's talk about the first stage. The first stage, like I said, enervation, comes from the word energy. Okay, so all of us need energy, no? Do we need energy? Yeah. Why do we need energy? Why do we need energy? You all agree that you need energy. Why do we need energy? What do you want to do with that energy? Spend it, right? Correct? Okay, you can put it in the chat box and maybe
Getting to work, do work.
Okay, to get productive, to do the things you want. Okay.
For daily functions.
Daily functions. Okay. Now we all agree that we need energy. Now, when you are in the first stage of disease, what happens? All of us experience this. Okay. Some days we feel very low. Some days we are bouncing with energy. So when you're feeling low, what do you feel like doing? Resting, no? Isn't it? Yeah. So why does energy come down? There are only 2 possibilities. One is the bank balance of energy itself is very low, and your demands on the energy can be very high, isn't it? Or the second is the generation of energy itself is low. Maybe you're doing something wrong, maybe you're fasting, maybe you're not eating right, or you don't have enough time, whatever it may be. not enough generation of energy, or you're spending more than what your body has produced. So these are two reasons why energy can come down. So when energy comes down, what happens? The functions of the body are impaired. There is a problem. Also, when the energy comes down, elimination and certain other processes which are also part of the body's function also starts coming down. So when I say elimination, it could be elimination of toxins from your body, or the byproducts of metabolism, or there could be a residue from the food that has to pass on from one place to the other. All this is hampered. A certain amount of toxins in the body is present at all times. This is given. But when I don't have enough energy to push this out, then what happens? Problems begin to arise. And the further our energy levels go down, the more the toxicity in the body, or the load of toxicity in our body, goes up. So how do you gain energy? So you can look at some of the symptoms here that I've talked about. How do you gain energy? First is, have you seen a small baby, a newborn baby? What does it do? Feeds and sleeps. Feeds and sleeps. Right? So if you are going low on energy, the first thing that you need to see is sleep. When energy is with sleep, what happens? Every night that we sleep in the morning, don't we wake up refreshed? Isn't it? So, and the first sign of enervation is when you become tired or sluggish and you require more naps or a longer time duration that you need to sleep, and you get up in the morning and you feel, no, I'm not feeling fresh. Please understand, this is a signal that your body is giving you that there is a lack of energy, and look into what is depleting your energy. So, and that is one of the main reasons. Second is our digestion. Our digestion requires a lot of energy. A lot of energy. So if you've had a heavy meal, let's say you went to a party and you ate a heavy meal, or a wedding or a function, you ate a heavy meal, or after a festival, you ate a heavy meal. What do you feel like doing? Mopping, sweeping, going to the gym, a Zumba class, or maybe create something new. Will you be full of energy then? Do the household chores? No, what do we feel like doing? Sleep. Why? Because a lot of energy, all the blood is going, rushing to that stomach to get that food digested. It's like a heavy overload for your stomach, and it says, my God, he has had a party, but I'm doing the hard work. Okay, so that's what's happening. All the energy is gone there, and the body doesn't have other things to do. So when you have lack of energy, what are the symptoms that you get? One is lack of appetite. The body says, I don't have energy to digest. इसका अग्नि कम कर दो, भूख नहीं लगे तो ये खाना नहीं खाएगी. That is the signal the body is giving. I need to conserve what little energy I have. I don't want to digest. Or if you're having sleep problems, no, you're feeling more sleepy, you want to take, after 1 or 2 hours of work, you want to rest because you don't have energy, or you take long naps after every meal, or you sleep for a longer duration of time thinking that, if I sleep longer, I'm going to feel better. Please understand, these are all signals that your body is giving you, saying that you are in stage 1, enervation, starvation of energy. There is tiredness, there is sleep disturbance, all these. Now, if you promptly attend to this and say, okay, I'm feeling this, let me go ahead and attend to what the signals my body is giving. Do you think you will even proceed to the second level? No, but many of us, what do? Deadlines. I have to finish this. I will go and grab that mug of coffee and tea, boost my energy, is what I think, and go ahead and take care of myself. But what happens? Your body is put through more stress. That's when we go on to the next stage. Okay, so this is something where I said, what are the things that give you energy? First one we talked about was sleep. Second one we talked about was appetite. Okay, and what's the third one? Is your breath. Every time you breathe, can you live without your breath? Not even for a few minutes, right? Correct. So that is something that gives you energy. And the fourth one is all that things that inspires you, motivates you, whether it is a buddy that you have or a family member or somebody else or a guru in your life, whatever it is that inspires you. All these are sources of energy that can help you. Okay. So you can take care of the last two and let's talk about the first two here. Okay. All right. So now that the body moves on to the second stage of disease. In this stage, what happens? The word toxemia means accumulation of toxins in different parts of the body. Okay. So what happens? There is toxins accumulated in the blood, in the lymph nodes, and in the tissues. There is further drain in the energy because the dustbins in your body has not been emptied. So there is a feeling of sluggishness, no enthusiasm, no energy to do anything, and you don't like that, but you don't know what's happening, or you tend to ignore what is happening. So when there are toxins in the body, let's say somebody in the room comes to your room who is not taken bath for a few days, or maybe your dustbin in your house has not been cleaned for a few days because the dabba wala didn't come to collect it. How will you spend time in that room? Would you like it? What's happening in that dustbin? Is it not polluting whatever is inside and also the atmosphere outside? Yes or no? Correct? Right. So this is what happens when the toxins are accumulated. It is circulating through multiple organs in our body, whether it is the head and giving you aches and pains, or whether that smell is giving you irritation, whatever it may be. These are places where it stores. So it can be in the form in the blood and circulating from one cell and different parts of the body, or it can be in different lymph nodes and tissues and different parts. So now what happens? The body says, hey, these toxins have accumulated and it is time for me to remove this from my body because it is irritating me. I don't like this and I can't function properly because this is not letting me function properly. So two things can happen. One is you ignore it and there is more discomfort. And second is it will drain more of your energy. Why? Because the body is not able to process. Half its energy goes only in cleaning, when it will do the cooking, when it will do the building, when it will do the repair, when it will happen the growth. All that gets hampered. So there is more discomfort and an even greater drain in the body's energy supply. So if you are also overworked, or you have added stress, or you have insufficient sleep, what happens? All these are like energy zappers. They drain you of further energy. And then guess what happens? Feelings of tiredness, sluggishness, and all becomes more pronounced. You are not your creative best. You won't be able to do the things that you want to do. And this starts affecting your mental capability also. So when the level of toxemia is reached to a point where the toxins must be eliminated, the next stage of disease develops. But the body is so clever. It says, okay, now so much of toxins have come and it is all over the place. So what should I do? It says, okay, I'm going to generate something known as a fever. And this fever is something that most people get scared about. But I tell you, fever is a friend. It is a powerhouse that cleans your system. So what happens? The body raises its temperature. There's nothing to fear of fever. Okay? The body raises the temperature so that the toxins in the body. When I say toxins, it can be bacteria, viruses, fungi, and all the chemicals and medications that you may have taken, exposure to goodness knows what. All these things I refer to as toxins. So all these things that have come in are, the body is, temperature is raised. As the temperature raises, the toxins are burnt, or what shall I say, liquefied. Liquefied in such a way that they move from one place to the other and are eliminated through the excretory organs of our body. So if you interfere in the process, see, fever, like I said, is something that is so misunderstood and so brought about to see that fever means gone. I have to go to the hospital. I have to take that crocin. I have to take Dolo. I have to do this and force it down. Do you think this body is a fool or created by a fool? It is a natural process. Fever is a natural process. Have you seen animals on the street? What about the wild animals in the forest? Don't they have fever? Do they go to the clinic and go and get themselves medicated and other things? It's a natural process to build the immunity in your body. Do not force it down. Do not suppress it with any drugs. Let the body do its job. Anytime you interfere, more toxins are added on and your body struggles to come out. So, fever is a classic response, let me repeat, and it's an intelligent one, but the most misunderstood phenomena that we do. It protects the body. So fever metabolizes or mobilizes the body's defenses. The metabolism goes up, and because the heat is increased, and because of that heat, we have an organ called the hypothalamus, which controls the thermostat and raises the temperature. And this metabolism consists of absorption of nutrients and elimination of toxins through the waste through the different organs we have. Now, this heat is necessary to accelerate the elimination of the toxins, which have got accumulated beyond the body's ability to tolerate them, beyond the body's ability to eliminate without some extraordinary modification. And this heat is like a catalyst, which causes the toxins to liquefy and pass into the bloodstream and into the different organs of excretion. So what are the different organs of excretion? Eyes, ears, nose, throat, lungs, your bowel movement, your urination, your skin. All these are organs of elimination. So don't fear fever. Okay. Now, when you take antibiotics, please understand the word biotic means for life. When I say antibiotic, what does it mean? For life or against life? You can decipher. Okay. So, support a fever. When I have a fever, what do? Do I travel? Go on a holiday? Go for a date? Okay. Go to a party? Understand what your body is indicating. So if I have a fever, I need to take care of it by taking rest so that the body can do what it needs to do. Already appetite is down, your enthusiasm, energy is down, your sleep is affected. So what should you be doing? During a fever, do not medicate. Do not eat any meals unless you are hungry. And the best part is to hydrate because your body is going to sweat. So if you're going to lose all that water from your body, what is the best thing to do? Hydrate it. And how do I hydrate? A Gatorade bottle, Glucon D. Is that what I need? Understand what I'm telling you? Hydrate yourself with something of good quality, whether it is in the form of fruit juices, or something like that, which is natural, not those processed extra packs of juices or stuff like that. Okay. And water also. Water, when you take, that will be at room temperature and your body is having a fever. So taking a sips of warm water or taking some lemon juice or fruit juices are great, or even juicy fruit. This will all help your body to cleanse the toxins out of your system from within. Okay. So after this process of fever, what exactly happens? Now, suppose you took the drugs and you stop the process of fever. Elimination of toxins are like Shangu hanging there, half done and half not done, and already medication came and suppressed it. Now the body says, oh, what to do? We move on to the third stage, which is called irritation. And this irritation, what happens? There is a feeling that you are irritated. There is an unpleasant feeling in different parts of your body. Maybe there is a stomach ache, maybe you're feeling nauseated, maybe there is a pain in certain parts of your body, maybe there's itchiness in the skin, and maybe your mood is such that you get irritated. People say, "Arey, isse baat mat karo, iska mood theek nahi hai. She's only fighting for every small thing. Iska something." All these are indicators. Okay, you may be anxious, which you are generally never anxious, but you may be feeling anxious or worried or depressed about something and you don't know why. Or there could be menstrual issues, which is out of the normal, or there can be very heavy flow, or there can be skin issues like rashes, or some eruptions here and there. There can even be weight gain. All these are irritations, but they are not so unpleasant that you have to go see a doctor, but yet they continue to irritate you. So unpleasant. Okay. Now, these irritations that you see prod you into taking some action. Okay. What kind of an action? Maybe the irritation is such that you may feel like going to the loo more often. So that elimination happens. Or maybe you are having multiple loose motions. Maybe you went to the loose motion 3-4 times. You say, I have been having loose motion 3-4 times. I need to go and take some medication to stop the process. You see what our mind does? The body is intelligent because it is created not by a human being, but by the creator himself. And what do? Suppress. फीवर को सप्रेस किया, लूज मोशंस हो रहा सप्रेस किया, हेडेक हुआ सप्रेस किया, नॉजिया हो रहा है, have some medication and say उसको भी suppress किया. You may have urge to go and urinate more frequently. Maybe it is a UTI that is coming up. What happens? Oh, burning sensation. I will go to the doctor, and then what? He will give you antibiotics and whatnot. And this is what we are doing. It begins to irritate us such that it makes you go ahead and take some action. Whether it is itching or rashes, itching can be such that it can be painful or it may not. It can be not that serious, but yet it catches your attention. If you ignore, then it becomes troublesome. Okay. Other indicators can be, like uh, tickling sensation in the nose, or you're feeling very grumpy and angry for no reason, frequent headaches, and minor aches and pains here and there, on and off coming. And then, you also have a tongue which is coated. Okay, maybe it's white coated or something, bad breath, constipation, or there is a bad body odor, or there is changes in your complexion, or there are dark circles under your eyes. All these are symptoms to say they are not so urgent that you need to run to a doctor, but at the same time, they are something that tell you that you need attention. Now, again, if we do not listen to these symptoms, and what happens? We progress to the next stage, which is called the inflammation. Inflammation is a most intense effort of the body to cleanse and restore itself. You become keenly aware that there is a problem, and most of the time it involves some kind of a pain. And this pain is not something to be suppressed. This pain is your friend. It has a purpose. It is telling you, hello, I am crying here and I want you to pay attention to what's happening to me. It's going to protect you. It's like a warning. Now, if you take your finger and put it over the flame, what will happen? Will you be very happy and smiling? What's going to happen? Something's going to tell you, take it off, otherwise it's going to burn your finger. There is pain involved. And what happens? Immediately you remove. That reflex happens. No. It's like a warning. It's telling you, hello, I need attention. And this pain is specially designed to alert you towards what? To the fact that you have
You are endangering yourself and you need to take corrective actions. Now, if I suppress this pain because it is paining, I have to go on with my life. What will happen to my job? What will happen to my children? What will happen to the various functions that I need to do? If I suppress the symptoms, what will happen? This is what drugs at this point do. Root cause is not identified, and the drugs address the symptoms. So please understand, when you go to the doctor, some pathology will be done, some blood work or some x-rays or whatever. Some tests will be done, and there will be some indicators over there saying, you have this itis or that itis. All the itis that you hear about is inflammation, like arthritis, sinusitis, rhinitis, appendicitis, colitis. You understand? All these are indicators that there are inflammation, whether it is internal or external. It only indicates that toxins have concentrated in a particular organ or in a particular area, and a massive effort is required for the elimination of these toxins. So the area where it has accumulated becomes inflamed due to the constant irritation from these toxic material, and that area can get swollen. Now, this is an indication. Now, if a lymph node gets swollen, please understand that it is important to attend to it immediately, because your lymph node are like the policemen in your body. The lymph node protect you. So if a lymph node gets inflamed, please understand that you're moving far away from homeostasis. So it can be, you need to take attention. Now, lymph node doesn't have an excretory organ. So movement, exercise, all these are very essential part of your system to remove the toxins from your body. So make sure that if you find the lymph nodes are having issues, you must take care of it immediately. So if you look at skin issues like dermatitis, psoriasis, eczema, and certain types of lupus, all these are a severe form of dermatitis. So now these all are indicating that toxins are there and they need to go out. And skin is the largest organ in our body through which toxins are being eliminated, because the other organs have some kind of a block, or maybe they are far away from the excretory organs of normal major things that we may use for elimination. So once this happens, so this is what I've said, you're keenly aware that the problem exists and there is pain. The drugs are not solving your problem, because once the drugs are stopped, your pain comes back. Please understand that it is not solving your problem, it is addressing your symptoms. Okay, now this is the most important or a pivotal point of your health. When you're here, you can reverse back to health pretty quickly and easily, provided you listen to your body. If you don't, we move on to the next stage, which is called ulceration. Yeah. Now, ulceration is what to say? It's like an assault on the body. Lots of cells and tissues get damaged in this process, or they have already got damaged. There is intense pain that is involved, and you may not be able to function properly because of the intense pain. Okay, this painful condition happens because pain carrying, the pain carried to the brain is through the nervous system. So the nerves are exposed. So when the nerves are exposed, there is excessive pain. So that can be in the form of lesions, it can be in the form of ulcers, and this can be both inside and outside the body. I have seen lesions in different parts of the organs in our body, or it can be, like a stomach ulcer, which is inside, or it could be even as simple as a canker sore in your mouth. Okay, so, or it could be on the skin, and the body can heal itself provided the toxic load is reduced, and we take protective actions towards reducing this load. But if this is also not done, then we move on to the next stage, that is called induration. In induration, what happens? A scarring happens. Like when we were kids, we have fallen down and hurt our knees multiple times. Yes. What happens after some time? There is a scar. When you touch the scar, does it look smooth? It's hard, is it not? Something hard. So this is the same thing. Now the body has captured all the toxic things, and because it is so toxic, says if I release this, it's going to toxify the whole body. So it sweeps everything up and encapsulates it in a hard, what shall I say, material, and encapsulates it. And it's like a sack, the toxic things inside, and the outside is hard. And this is like the way we are now in quarantine. Okay. Holding all of this in one place so that it doesn't spread and move freely to other parts of the body. Okay, so this scarring is like a protection. And this is what you will find getting captured in different slides like a USG or a MRI or in a CT scan. You can find all these things, okay? So the sac is like a tumor. And very often, this tumor is taken as a cancer and say, oh no, there is something over there. It looks suspicious. We have to do the surgery to remove that. But please understand, it is never cancerous. But if you don't take care of it, it will go. And in fact, actually, there is no cancer over there, but it looks like that. Okay, so this is still a stage where you have control, your body has control over the cells, and if supported, can reverse itself. If destructive practices that you have been doing continue, the cells begin to go crazy. They begin to go crazy. They will become parasitic and living off with whatever nutrients they can obtain, but they do not contribute in any way back to the body. And this constant poisoning has finally had its way and attending to their encoding. What happens? They become wild and disorganized if we don't attend to it. And once they go wild and disorganized, then we call it cancer because they don't follow any rules. They do not listen to the brain, they do not listen to the laws of the body, and they move on. They move on. And that is the stage that we call cancer. And when there is cancer, you understand from stage 1, we have moved to stage 7. And it takes a long time. Let me tell you, one cancer cell for it to manifest and become 2 takes anywhere from 6 to 10 years or more. So you understand what's happening, how much of neglect goes through the body and how much the body has to struggle. Because we are not addressing the root cause. We are moving into addressing the symptoms, suppressing the symptoms, and more suppression and more suppression. What will happen? Okay. Once it moves into the condition called cancer, you can understand energy at its lowest, no energy to do anything, everything is tiring, there is no enthusiasm, there is no creativity, you don't know what's happening, your clarity in thought is gone, the cells inside your body are no longer under the control of the brain, they multiply and do what they want. They start looking at how to withdraw nourishment from different parts of the body for their own personal growth without contributing to anything. And this destructive process, if continued, can be fatal. You can move into a situation where you are stage 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4A, B, C, and God knows where, even go to 5. So cells do not listen to the brain and they're out of control. They multiply in an unorganized manner. Although at this time also your body can be reversed, please understand it is like swimming against the river of the current. How much of effort, not only from yourself, all the members in your family and friends, everybody has to come. And it's a big drain in energy. But don't think that cancer is a disease that I know. It's also a point of learning. What is this cancer teaching me? That we will address another day. But this is what I want to show and share with you. Please remember that your body is a divine gift. It is not made by man. And God, when He made it, has made each and every cell in your body with its own intelligence. And respect that intelligence. In India, We believe that every part, every organ in your body is manifestation of Devi. Whether it is a hunger, which is called the Agni, that is also manifestation of a Devi. Every part is sacred. No part is disposable. Oh, I have tonsillitis, remove. Oh, I have breast cancer, remove. Okay, I have gallstones, remove. Fibroids, cancer in the uterus, remove. Nothing is disposable. Every organ is sacred. Respect it. Every organ, the body gives attention to every organ in the body, every cell. There is no partiality. It considers every part of its body is important, just like a mother. How many ever children she may have, she still takes care of every one of them. That's the way this body is. If you are driving a car on the road and suddenly on the dashboard you find a red signal blinking somewhere on the dashboard, what is it indicating to you? That you should ignore it and continue running? What will happen to the car? It's indicating something, no? Either there's an electrical shortage, or the battery is down, or there is no petrol, or there's some leak. Something, correct? What will you do? Won't you take it to the nearest mechanic and say, hey, what is it that is showing me? If something as dumb as a car has a warning signal, do you think this body that God has created will come without warning signal and suddenly the disease cancer will manifest in your body? Please understand, the warning signals are in there very much by the Creator. And we need to pay attention to this. You cannot ignore these signals. And don't travel all the way to the sixth. As you indicate, find down, take a pause, take a break, deactivate yourself. Do some manan to find out what is it that I need to do, which so that I can come back to health. Please note one thing. Health is natural, but disease or illness is not natural. You came to this world perfect. You need to go back to the divine, to the Mother Earth, perfect, not ridden with diseases and medications and chemicals and other things in some way. Whether it is pollution of the body, pollution of the mind, pollution of your emotions, and memory full of trauma. You need to be clean in all aspects of your life. And that is necessary. Disease doesn't come like this. Okay. So I hope you have understood what this is, and we'll continue with some more sessions on this as we progress.
Didi, just one thing I wanted to ask over here. So here
Huh.
about like cancer, so the 7 steps that are there. So for other diseases also that manifest, the rest of the things are they same?
All diseases come under these 7 categories only, no? Isn't it? Okay. So
Cancer.
here what I want to point out is the health definition given by Sushruta Samhita, which is an Ayurvedic text. Naturopathy is an offshoot or the mother. The mother is the same as. Okay. So what does it say? Sama dosha, sama agnischa, sama dhatu, mala kriyaha. Prasanna atma, indriya, manah, swasta iti, abhidhiyate. What this actually means is sama dosha, all the doshas in your body, the vata, pitta and kapha should be in balance. Sama agnisha, we have so many agnis in our body. Now all the agni, whether there are different agnis which regulate your appetite, your body temperature, and like that. There are so many things. All these are in sama, balance. Sama dhatu. The dhatus are in our body. That is the tissues, the organs, the cells, on different components in our body are in balance. Mala kriyaha, the kriyas that remove, the actions that remove the mala, that is the dirt from your body, which is the excretory organs. Okay, all these are in balance. And your prasanna atma, your body, your soul is prasanna, happy, contented. And indriya, all the actions, that are performed, our body's actions, the eyes, ears, nose, mouth, all these things, the indriya, and the mana, the mind, are all in well-being, swastha, then you are in good health. This is the definition of health as given by our Ayurveda. And what naturopathy means, naturopathy takes this further along, and it says it is a system of a man building harmony not only with the principles of nature, but excuse me, the physical being, the mental, the moral, the spiritual lanes, the whole person. You cannot treat symptomatically. I will do only ear. I'm not worried about the nose. I will do only stomach. I'll not take care of the heart. No, body doesn't work like that. It is a holistic approach to well-being. So the principle of naturopathy is first thing, do no harm. And if you're not going to do any harm, take the power of the nature. That is the five principles: air, water, ether, fire, and earth. So taking these principles, heal the body, identify the root cause, and take care of the health. And the doctor doesn't look at different symptoms and stuff. He is like a teacher. It educate you so that you take care of your health on your own. So you don't have to come back to me or to any other naturopath. Okay, it treats the whole person and also talks about how to prevent disease so that you are in charge of your health and you are not given that charge to somebody else. Now, this is a quote by Acharya Charaka. He says, a self-controlled human being, a purusha, means a person who is in balance at all the levels, whether it is mind, intellect, memory, ego, emotions, body, everything. One who is controlled and is balanced in all those levels is called a purusha. He is capable of living for 100 years free from disease through the intake of a wholesome diet. Hita ahara. Hita means something that is conducive to your body. So a mother may have different children, but each person reacts differently to the same food that she prepares. So this is what Hita means. You need to understand what is right for my body and then take it forward from there. Okay. So this is, I think I've talked a little too much today.
It was already helpful, Didi. Can we stop the
Yeah,
screen
I'm going
share?
to stop the share. Yeah. Right.
So, usually every time we have our webinars, we also make sure that we meditate a little bit, usually a little longer, but we'll take up all the questions today. We'll just do a very short, like 3-5 minutes of just awareness, because meditating is something which is really, really important with any of the illnesses as well. So yes, someone is asking, can we get a copy? So not the presentation, but you can find this same video on YouTube. We are live on YouTube. So you can go to Fit and Calm Yogic Living and you can check there. You can leave all your questions here. We'll just ask her in another 5 minutes. So let's just meditate for a little bit. We'll do Brahmari today. So what you can do is we'll do it with Shanmukhi Mudra. Take your little finger, place it underneath the lips. Take the ring, place it over. You can take the middle finger and just keep it close to the nose. You can look for now, but we'll be placing the index finger on the eyes and we'll be keeping the thumb on the ears. Okay. So we will be making the sound. As we make the sound, the rest of the senses are closed. The mouth is closed, nose, everything is closed. So your nose, you won't be able to keep it closed. So we'll do this 5 times. Let's breathe in. Last time. After completing this round, gently release the hands, let the palms be facing the ceiling, let the spine be straight. Feel that sense of energy, feel all the nerves in the body. The Brahmari Pranayama energizes the whole body. Feel that calmness in the nervous system. Take a deep breath in and exhale totally. With every breath, keep relaxing the body a little bit more. Let there be a gentle smile on the face. And let every cell of your body smile. If there's any tension, any pain, any stiffness anywhere, let it move out with the breath. Right this moment, let us be grateful for this beautiful body that the divinity has blessed us with. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. With a bigger smile, take another joyful breath in and exhale. Become aware of your body and surroundings. Take another joyful breath in and breathe out. And taking your own time, whenever you feel complete with a smile on the face, you may gently open your eyes. How is everyone feeling? Good, very good. A little bit of meditation is very, very important. And that's what in every Sunday, we say this. If if you want to learn as well, if you want to learn how to meditate, we keep having workshops. So,
Very important to attend.
yeah. So if you have any questions, you can just drop them over here. Didi, we have a few questions already throughout the seminar we were having. So someone had asked, what is the ideal time for sleep? I sleep 2 times, 2 hours after lunch and 7 hours in the night. Rohit has asked.
Okay. First thing you have to understand what is your age.
If you're a baby, you can sleep. But if you're not within that aspect where there is a growth phase, then you don't need to sleep so much. But listen to your body. Suppose you are sick or you travel too much or you move from one state to another. You understand? And your body is asking for a nap. Those 1 or 2 days that you take a nap does not count. But if it's a regular habit, you need to understand why. Is my meal making me very sluggish and sleepy? Then you need to look at it. If food is supposed to energize you, it's not supposed to make you so drowsy. And taking a nap 2 hours in the afternoon is not allowed unless our Ayurveda says if you're above the age of 80, you are allowed a half an hour nap flat. If you're not 80, 2 hours anyway is too much. Okay, so look into it. Maybe it's the meal that is doing it, or maybe you're getting up too early in the morning and your schedule is different, or you're sleeping late in the night and not having other things. Just look into it and see what you can do to adjust. Sleep like the birds do. Not at 11 and 12. It's not the number of hours that counts, it's the time that counts. Your body has a clock. Listen to the body clock. Yeah. Next.
What is the ideal time for sleep?
I just addressed that.
As I'm having a kid, I'm feeling very tired after lunch, so I rest for at least an hour, then 7 hours by night. What is the duration of sleep?
It depends on your baby and the type of delivery you had, and if it's something that your body, your doctor will also tell you, you need to recuperate and bring back your energy. It's okay to take a nap after every time your baby is sleeping after delivery. It's very nice to catch up with all that energy. A big demand on your energy reserves. So nourish yourself well, then you'll have enough milk to lactate and to take care of your baby. Go ahead and take a nap. But don't make it like your baby is 1 year old and you're continuing to nap, then you need to look into it.
Anand is asking what is the action that should be taken for fever, and what if the fever exceeds 100?
Okay, let me tell you. Fever exceeds only when there are pathogens in your body. Suppose it's a viral attack. The fever is not going to be 100. It can go to 106 also. It's perfectly all right for you to stay there and be with it. Do not suppress it. Don't get into that fear that something is going to happen to my brain. You think the body will destroy its own body? The brain? No. So just be there. Hydrate yourself. Rest. Cover yourself if you're shivering, whatever needs to be done. Do all that to support and it will come down. Let me tell you, nobody has had a brain damage with high fever. Fever does not kill. The only time it damages the brain is if the person has had brain related issues before. And if medication is used to suppress the whole thing, then there will be a brain damage. Okay, so doesn't matter. Go with the whole thing and it will go. Suppose the pathogen is, haven't you boiled water? Why do you boil water? You don't have Aquaguard, you don't have Zero B, you don't have Kangen, whatever it is, you don't have. You're in a village and you get river water. That's what you're going to drink. What will you do? Will you go and drink it just like that? Won't you boil that water? What exactly is the boiling process doing? Isn't it raising the temperature of the water to kill the pathogens? And what is your body made of? 70% water. So what is fever doing? Raising the temperature of the body so that the pathogens get killed. The body knows at what temperature the pathogen will get killed. If it says, okay, it's going to hit at 104.6, is only the body going to kill the pathogen, it will raise it to 104.6, not 100. What will happen? It's not going to kill you. Just be there, support the body. Okay, right.
And the next question Ankur is asking, how to deal with fever in kids? Is it okay to give medicines or not if it is a very
The
high
same
fever?
thing. There is no difference between an adult fever and a child's fever. If you have vaccinated your kid and other things and interrupted and then give Tylenol and other things, it's a big problem later on. It's the same thing, whether it's an adult or a female or a child.
That is Seva.
The next question is from one of our YouTube viewers. They've asked how to know if lymph node is inflamed.
You will find like a little lump under your arm. Depends on where the inflammation is. Sometimes it is under the arm or in the breast area or in the groin or someplace else. You will feel it. It feels like a little wobbly kind of thing inside. As you move, no, you'll feel that. Then you have to understand it. Sometimes if you touch it, that area may be painful. If the lymph nodes are somewhere deep inside, okay, that area might be feeling, you don't know why, I didn't hit myself, why is this area paining? Then you understand that something inside. A lymph node's job is the job of a dustbin. It just collects and keeps it. And it waits for the right moment to push it out of your bloodstream. And the only way to do that is through exercise. Oh, my leg is paining, my groin is paining, I can't move my leg, I won't move. बैठे रहो और ज़्यादा बनेगा. Keep moving.
Okay. So keep moving, and if you want to do yoga, we have a lot of 30-day yoga series
Yes,
channel as well.
do it. Yoga is amazing. In fact, naturopathy has all of this. Patanjali Yoga Sutras is a part of our studies. We talk about mind matters, we talk about body through the yoga, and yoga is not only physical exercises. It leads all the way to meditation, to samadhi, and beyond. Integral part of naturopathy. Yeah. Okay.
Next, Smita is asking, I'm not getting sleep at night, feeling like getting sleep, like continuous yawning. But if I go to bed, then no sleep. From 1 month, this is happening. I'll make sure that I do yoga, walking daily. But I'm getting this sleep issue. What to do?
Okay, maybe you're using too much of blue light, maybe lack of exercise, maybe the foods that you're eating is not right. Do a complete detox. Say that I'm not attending to any phone calls. I'm going to put my mobile in silent mode for the next 1 week. It's hard, but do it and see. Time yourself. Say, I'm going to put my phone on only from this time to this time. I'm going to cut off after this, listening to soft music, okay, eating foods that help you relax, taking a bath before going to bed, listening to music, aromatherapy, maybe a massage, foot soak. Do all these things and see. Dim the lights, support your body. But if I go say all this I'm going to do, see, later on in the night, no, you can't. Many people I come to me saying the same thing. They are watching their mobile in the night, in the bed. Or that time your brain is excited with this light, I'm telling you. And brain is the maximum consumer of energy. And this blood has to go to your liver to get itself detoxed. And there is a time for detox. If you're not asleep at that time, it will not happen. Please understand one of the evils of man's creation. Go to bed early and help yourself, maybe a warm glass of milk or something like that, and go to sleep and support your body. May not happen in 1 or 2 days, may happen in a week. Support it and then it will happen. It should happen.
The next question is from Varun. He's asking, what if one is suffering from chronic constipation? Will it cause any future issues? What should one do to treat it? Thanks.
Constipation is another doorway for diseases. Please help yourself. Maybe see a doctor, probably anybody else besides who gives you medication for correcting your constipation. Look into your food habits. Assess your prakriti, because the foods that you eat should be according to your prakriti. Go see a practitioner who will support your kind of lifestyle. If it's going to be an allopath, he's going to give you some laxatives and other things, which is fine once in a while. But consuming too much of triphala, consuming too much of haripati and going about is not right. You will be washing away all the microorganisms from your intestines. So support your body. Look into your sleep cycle. Now, constipation, as it starts becoming chronic, please understand that the fecal matter that is sitting in your intestines can become putrid and can take you to as far as cancer. All right. So make sure that it is cleared. So go see a doctor and get this thing out. Two things in my practice I've seen. Chronic constipation also leads to major illnesses. being anemic also leads to a lot of diseases. These are like opening two doorways. Make sure that the doorways are clean and shut.
The next question is from Casey. It says, thanks, Dr. Surya. Is keloid scar a part of these 7 steps you mentioned?
Keloids, it's probably an overgrowth of cells in a particular scarring, where again the cells forget. Yes, if you nourish yourself and take care of yours before, it can happen, but once the process has started, it starts becoming very painful. So address it as in the beginning stages itself, then it is possible. But if it has advanced to a very far and it has become too much, then it becomes very difficult to reverse. The part of that scarring space, yeah.
We have next question on, I'm a very light sleeper. I cannot go back to sleep once I wake up, either due to noise or due to visiting the loo, and then I feel irritated the whole day. What to do?
You are showing some symptoms. Okay, so look at the first 3 stages of disease and look at how you can reverse. Second is probably a lot of stress in your life. Make sure you do some breathing techniques, work into yoga, meditation, and you can help reverse this process. Okay, so people calling themselves a light sleeper, alarm bell should go. Should be well rested. That is important.
Gaurav is asking how to cope up with sleep with biological clock when living abroad where sun is there for too long or too short.
Darken the room, use some iPads or something, cheat your body into, then draw the curtains, something so that your body clock matches the internal body clock. That you can do.
Next, we have a question. Rohit is saying it could be a stupid question. However, I need your views on how to reduce usage of phone in this era.
Usage of?
To reduce the usage of phone in this era.
Okay. You know, that is a trap we all fall in. So what I have done is I have set myself an alarm. And that gives me a half an hour leeway to finish whatever that I'm doing. After that, it goes into a no, do not disturb mode. All of us have this Android and iPhones where all these features are available. Explore your phone and do it. You're not doing it for somebody else, you're doing it for yourself. Your health is important. This body, every day you change your clothes. Can you change your body every day? So respect this body. Do whatever it takes. See, I'm not talking about that emergency situation in your house or something. Your child is sick, you lost your sleep. You can understand that can happen one or twice in somebody's life. Yes, it can happen. But if it becomes a regular procedure, then it affects. So make use of that feature and say no. Or if you have family members that support you, switch off the phone and give it to them and say, please take care of my phone till I ask for it next day morning. So I'm sure there are friends or family who can help you with this. And there are courses also in where there are de-addiction to blue light. That is also coming up. You can do those things. Meditate. Distract yourself with other things that you might like a hobby, whether it's painting, drawing, or poetry writing, whatever, doodling, whatever works for you. That makes you happy.
And I think what could also be a good idea is have a buddy so that you can do it together. It's much easier to do it together.
Yeah. Yeah. When we have the de-addiction program, no, we have buddies. Yes. Art of Living has this de-addiction program from alcohol, from blue light, from drugs, and many things like this. So do reach out if you need help in that area.
Next, we have a question, and Nitish is asking exercise or yoga, what to prefer. My wife asks as she doesn't listen to my answer.
Both are essential. It's not one over the other. Yoga is also essential, and doing some brisk workout is also essential. And your yoga can be brisk so that you can sweat. Both are essential. Flexibility
is also important. I'm talking about the physical aspect of yoga. I'm not talking about the other aspects. So physical aspect of yoga is also important, and intermittent training, whether it is weight or aerobic or where you're bringing your heart rate up, is also essential. Both are necessary. Balance. You can't say one is better than the other. Both are essential.
I think most people they kind of think that it is either exercise or yoga, but yoga has a lot more than just
Yes.
physical.
So,
That's
and that's why I said you can't eliminate and say only this or that. Both. Incorporate both in your life, and you will see a big difference. You will. Make the time.
next. We have Ekta is asking, please explain cause of cancer. I think we covered
I
that.
think we just did that. Yeah.
Yeah. I think these are the questions. One more question we have: can the mind or stress affect the body or cause disease?
See, any disease that comes to you always comes from your aura. It enters your aura and then into your physical body. So your mind is not inside your body. Your mind, like Gurudev Shri Shri Ravi Shankar ji says, is encapsulating your body. So if you think, I don't want corona, I don't want corona, I don't want corona, guess what will happen to you? What you resist will only persist. Okay, so it's a thought. It's a thought that comes in and that converts itself and opens the doors for disease to enter. So address, that's why I said yoga, very important part. Yoga, addressing the mind. What I said, energy boosters in your body, food, sleep, breath, and something that keeps you positive. So if I don't have these negative thoughts of I don't want, what's happening? Your mind is positive and you are able to handle disease. A strong mind can carry a weak body and pull you out of disease. But if you have a strong body but your mind is very weak, nothing can happen. I have seen stage 4 cancer patients reverse themselves perfectly to good health because they believed and they have a strong mind. But if you don't have cancer and you believe that I have cancer, nobody can save you. That will only bring you down. So mind plays a very important role. And you will study about it and you can read about it in Patanjali Yoga Sutras, the different modulations of the mind, illusions and how it affects you. And there are different solutions that Patanjali Maharishi has given. So in case you want to delve into that.
In fact, I would just like to add here, in our ancient scriptures in Yoga Vasishtha, there's like an entire conversation where Sage Vasishtha tells the Lord Rama about how disease from the mind manifests into the body. There's a very nice conversation on Adi and Vyadi, how illness in the mind comes to the body eventually. So if
Yes.
maybe one of the days we can also look at that.
Yeah, look into that too. Right.
I, I think the questions, that's it. If anyone has any questions, we can take it up. And this recording, some of you have been requesting. So I've put the link over here in the chat. So weekly, we do these webinars on some of the topics, mostly with alternate medicine only, either it's Ayurveda or naturopathy, or, chants mantras. So if you want to receive the future updates, you can join our group. I'll leave the link over here. And we will be having detailed, seminars, especially on cancer, because that's one thing that is really increasing a lot. We've been seeing a lot of increased cases lately. So we'll be doing that in the next month. The month end, we'll be having those seminars with Dr. Surya. If you have any family members or anyone you know that can be helped, do share it with them. You can also be in touch with us on YouTube or Instagram, anywhere. And do make sure to do some yoga. Don't take medicines and at all. If it's completely doable on your own, let your body heal. I think fever was one big thing that we learned today, not to medicate for tiny little problems. Give the body time to heal.
Painkillers, another big thing.
Painkillers, medicines, fevers, let the body heal on its own.
Yeah.
We are getting some more questions also. Suffering from scalp dermatitis since 10 years. What could be the reason behind? I've tried everything.
Diet, change your diet and look into your sleep pattern. And one more important thing is stress. Stress, address it through the breath and it works wonders. All of them in combination.
And one more question is again, what kind of diet can keep us in good health?
I think I've told this multiple times. I'll say it again. Best thing is reminder is your hand. All of us have hands, right? So keep your palms together and then you can see the 4 divisions, right? Look into your palm. You have 1/4 portion is raw salads, okay, raw food in any form. The other quarter can be cooked vegetables, okay, and 1/4 can be all the dals and sprouts and protein food that you need, and the other can be the carbs. And the little fingers together, I will strongly say keep green leafy vegetables as part of your diet. Very important to remember this. Green leafy vegetables, raw vegetables, cooked vegetables, proteins and dals, carbohydrates. Very difficult to fall sick with this funda.
And in case you need more guidance as well, you can Dr. Surya. If you need that, you can either ping us if you're on the group. So you can ping me or Tejasvi personally, or get in touch with us on YouTube or Instagram. We reply within a day's time. So make sure to stay healthy. And we have one or two more things. Doctor, are you doing online consultations now? Yes, I just answered that. So if any of you need any help, do get in touch with us, and we'll be keeping in touch through the WhatsApp group. We'll let you know what are the next group of seminars you can join in as well. I'll leave the link over here in case you've not joined. So thank you so much for joining us today, and thank you, Dr. Surya, for such a
Thank
wonderful
you so much. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Bye-bye.
session. Is enlightening.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
May you stay fit and calm.
Yes, stay fit and calm. Very important. Bye, Nitish. Nice to see you from so far away.
If any of you would like to share your experiences, you can just share your experiences of how the session was for you. It will be really nice for the person who's taken out time to come here to listen to if it was useful to you or not. You can raise your hand and I'll unmute you. Nitish wants. Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I think it was like 5 years back when I first met Dr. Surya and uh, understood how my day to day routine was and what I could change. I have implemented whatever was possible from my behalf, and I've seen a lot of changes in these 5 years. Though I know that there is still scope of improvement, but I've improved my sleep cycle, I've improved my diet. I was just showing that we have also included what you just said about having raw. We always keep that in mind and implement that. And these lifestyle changes have happened over a period of time, and everything was not possible like that. But slowly, we have seen improvements, and I'm so grateful that your knowledge has been so useful to us, and I'm sure for many of us listening now and in the past. And it is
Thank
so
you.
simple to implement.
Thank you so much, Nitish.
And Pushpinder, you are doing a wonderful job of bringing everyone together. So thank you for that.
Thank you. Thank you. Anyone else who would like to share? Rohit would like to share. I
Can't hear you.
can't hear you. Still cannot.
Not audible. You're not audible, Rohit. Unmute yourself, please.
He's unmuted, but for some reason we are not able to hear him. I'll, you can unmute. Just try and unmute again. I think some issue is there, but I'll just read out what Rohit had written in the chat. He said,
Okay.
"Thank you so much for this session. I had a mindset of rushing to the doctor for minor problems, Now I will attempt to support my body till I'll extend to recover from inside to the extent that can.
Yay. Kudos to you. Pat yourself for this lovely decision. Wonderful. Wonderful.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Anyone would like to share? You can raise your hand. Okay, we have Gaurav and Anand also. I'll just spotlight Gaurav once. Are you able to unmute yourself? Just a minute. You should be able to now. Can you try it again?
Yes. Thank you, Dr. Surya. This was an amazing session. I'm here from Belgium, and this is my first time for that I'm attending Fit and Calm, and it's really been good, very informative. I'm a doctoral student working on cancer diagnosis and treatment optimization, and I'm really looking forward to integrate Ayurveda and the modern medicine, and the insights that you brought today are amazing, and yeah, I mean, it really is thought provoking. I will definitely seek to that advice. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Gaurav. That's very nice.
Thank you. Anand, but Anand, you can unmute yourself.
Yeah, good evening, Doctor. Firstly, I'd like to thank you so much for the change that you brought in my life. You know, I was growing in weight like anything, and I was under the assumption that exercise is what will help to bring to health, to be in good health. But after meeting you, I realized that it is 60 to 70% diet is what makes our body. So thank you so much for that. I have two questions. One is, after moving to Bangalore, even after a good sleep, when we wake up, I feel very tired unless I take a hot bath. Okay, even my relatives, when they come from other cities, Chennai or Mumbai or Delhi, they ask me the same thing. How do you guys wake up at all? Maybe it is due to the very pleasant weather at Bangalore. I don't know. I don't know, or whether it is any other reason. That is one question. And second question is, recently I was watching one of Sadhguru's videos, so where he was saying that talking about we should have less sleep. Even with less sleep, we can be energetic. His argument was fair enough. What he was saying is, in the current trend, we are almost sleeping for 30% of our lives. Say we sleep for 7 to 8 hours, so almost 30% of our lives we are spending on sleep alone. Uh, so it was thought provoking, but what is the right amount of sleep? Can we reduce it to 5 hours, 4 hours, and try and still be healthy and active?
Okay, let's answer your first question. If you're feeling tired after getting up, please look into your lifestyle. How is my stress? And am I eating the right kind of food and the combination of food and the timing of food before I go to bed? That is important. Okay. Also look into your food habits, nourishment, your vitamins, exposure to sun, exercise. All these will give you an idea of why you are not able to, why you're feeling tired. Okay. Maybe you've had that travel and come or something. Should give you an idea. Now talking about sleep. See, Sadhguru is another realized master of something. So Patanjali Yoga Maharishi says that if you meditate, then the amount of sleep that the body requires will come down. Okay, so we need to be good meditators to energize the body. The body is a physical thing. Now, how do I take care of this physical thing? It does need, this body has manifested. So it does need some kind of a care, whether it is cleansing, whether it is energizing, whether it is sleep, whether it is exercise. You have to do those things. And if I take care of my mind body complex, that is the mind, the emotion, the intellect, the memory, the ego, all these things, whether you're doing your pranayama, whether you do meditation, the amount of sleep will come down. But
even in between meditations, body has to move and do its exercise. So if you look into that aspect, then you can go. It is not an overnight thing that, okay, I slept for 5 hours this week, next week I'm going to sleep only 4.5 hours. It doesn't work like that. You have to energize the body in a different way. So I think what Sadhguruji is telling is probably talking about proper control through yogic practices to energize your body. You might want to look into those practices and see how you can energize your body. As meditators, it is very much possible to bring down, but meditation is important. Whether you sleep so many hours or not, anyway, meditation is important. It's cool to be a meditator. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Anna.
Yes, totally. Ankita Basu is saying, thank you, Dr. Surya Ramesh. I'm a living testimonial of how quickly you weaned me off thyroid medicines. I had been on for 10 years. Grateful.
Thank you, Ankita.
If any of you also need any consultations with Dr. Surya, so you can get in touch with us as well. Thank you all for joining us. I've left the links over here. You can also find us on Instagram or YouTube, Fit and Calm Yogic Living. And if you have any questions, we'd love to answer. And if you have any suggestions for future webinars as well, do leave them as well. We have these webinars every Sunday, 4 p.m. and mostly every last Sunday, it's with Dr. Surya.
Okay, thank you. Jai Gurudev. Bye-bye.
Jai Gurudev.
Jai Gurudev. Bye.